What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Trendy Topics, the place where I talk about trendy things. TikTok's latest content house is taking the world by storm. With millions of views on each post and a crazy 2 million followers, this girls only content creator house is doing pretty well for themselves, which is pretty interesting because, guys, I thought we already learned our lesson already. Content creator houses don't work. Was the hype house bombing not enough? We should have known content houses don't work. Our own friendship houses didn't work, dude. The furthest all of us have ever gotten to living in a house with our own friends was in Minecraft. And that shit didn't last long either. It's hard to keep the living room clean. Sharing food could be a problem. And worst comes to worst, you gotta kick your boy out for fucking your bitch. If you don't know what the Bop House is, let me fill you in on the TLDR by giving you an explanation that's twice as long. The Bop House is the newest all-girls content house created by Sophie Rain. Sorry, Thomas Petro, looks like you weren't fast enough to make this house, dude. I just did a little research on Thomas's channel because I wanted to see what his most popular videos were, considering that he was the manager for Team 10 and the Hype House. And I was pretty curious. I wanted to see if his popular videos had anything to do with Team 10 in general, and they don't. They're all about the Hype House. 14 million people watched I Filled Chase's room with pictures of Charlie, and 8 million people watched I Filled Charlie's room with pictures of Chase. And who the fuck is Chase? I thought the show was called Charlie and Lola. I'm just watching these and I'm thinking to myself, these videos views had to be inflated. Who's watching this? I'm not here to knock anybody's hustle, and what was popular at the time is popular at the time. But together, that's 22 million people, dude. I watched the videos. Apparently, Charlie and Chase were a couple, and these videos take place after they broke up with each other. So they react how you would expect them to react living in a content creation house, but they're also clearly kind of visibly uncomfortable. And I did some research. I understand that the breakup was mutual, but still, a breakup is a breakup, dude. You need some space regardless. Yeah, man, so the retreat was pretty good. I feel a lot better and I'm ready to come back to the house. You sure, man? Yeah. Surprise! That's a picture of my boss.
Yeah, sure is. Hey, don't you two go way back?
Yeah, dude, it was nothing but slave labor. We were torturing other people while still being tortured. Why would you put a picture of my boss up in my room? How many photos are these?
50,000.
50,000? The room doesn't even need 50,000 pictures of my boss who tortured me and my friends at work on the wall, dude. Oh my!
We didn't know Mr. Wonka did that.
Oh my goodness,
that's our bad.
I don't know how to feel.
Hey, that's kind of fire though. Can you look at the camera for a thumbnail?
What?
A thumbnail. Can you look at the camera? Yeah, that one.
Oh no. In Charlie's video, you could tell she doesn't look too stoked about what happened. And in Chase's video, he just calls Charlie it.
I can't escape it.
And also one more thing. I've seen so many videos explaining the downfall of the Hype House with so many different reasons as to why that house just never worked out. But there's one point that I haven't heard being brought up yet, was that these guys aren't good friends to each other. In the Charlie video specifically, Thomas is vlogging himself, recording the whole thing, and he's going out to do errands. He took his friend Nick's car without letting him know.
Currently in Nick's G-Wagon that he's renting, and I am not letting him know that I'm taking.
Then he goes to check on another friend who's getting veneers, and then another group of his friends are there, and you want to guess how they got there? No. They also took Nick's car without letting him know.
No, I took his car. He took it because you took his car?
Yeah.
I took his other car. No, you didn't.
Because you didn't come, I thought I'd punish you, so I'm taking your R8. Love you.
Is this a rich kid thing? I feel like homeless Squidward asking to even ride in the passenger seat of my friend's car, okay? But they're both just casually stealing their friend's car without letting them know. Hey bro, have you started watching Creature Commandos? That show is epic. I love G.I. Robot. Yo, dude, are you okay? Oh my god, you're choking. Yeah. Okay, what do I do? The Heimlich maneuver. Yeah, I don't know how to do a Heimlich maneuver. Wait. I'm tweaking. I have a car. Bro, let's just get in the R8. Let's go save your life. Okay, I'll stop talking. Let's go. What the fuck? Where's my R8?
Because you didn't come, I thought I'd punish you, so I'm taking your R8. Love you.
Oh, you got me. Oh, man. Where was I? Oh shit, right. Also, I don't know who Alex is in the group. I've done all my research. I've looked him up. During the Hype House, for anyone that knows, was Alex ever on the chubbier side? Because they're all joking about getting veneers because that's why they're at that place, is because their friend is getting a procedure done to get his horse teeth installed. And Alex throws in his hat and joins in on the joke as well. And the reason that I assume that he has to at least have been on the bigger side a little bit while he was at the house, because somebody replies with, veneers won't make you lose any more weight, dude. That's so fucked up.
Can I get my teeth done? It doesn't make you lose weight, Alex.
Okay, now let's get back into the Bop House. I know you guys might be a little bit more curious as to how this house has managed to garner so many followers. How come this group was able to rake in so much cash from only their fans? It's because they have OnlyFans. That's what's really setting them apart from so many other houses that are trying to thrive on TikTok. By the way, I thought that this was the only house that was happening. There are so many other houses on the platform. It's kind of making me want to start my own house. But instead of the Bop House, it's called the Josh House. And it's me and like the only other 2 Joshua content creators living in the same house. I think that's a pretty diverse house. We got one Joshua that cooks. We got another Joshua that games, and then we got another Joshua, that would be me, and I'm just named Joshua. What more could you need from a house like that? Okay, let's look at another TikTok.
Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Bop it. Bop it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it. Bop it. Pull it. Twist it.
That got so many likes and they weren't even playing the game right. At least commit to the bit.
Bop it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Twist it.
Twist it! The bar gets lower and lower every single time for these newer groups. It seems like the newer the group, the lower the effort of content that's made. This is very, we can't take Emily anywhere because she's so crazy. And the crazy is blowing up your coworkers. I thought the Hype House was lazy, dude, but to be fair to them, they at least stuck to the formula. Terribly dance until you get embarrassed that you are terribly dancing, then start acting like you messed it up and laughed it off. That used to crank millions of dollars. This wouldn't be the case if we just let women do the duck face, man. Now we gotta reap what we've sown. Duck face daughter or Gangnam style son? Careful now. One of these choices leads to a crazy subculture of lazy group content, and the other one leads to Titanfall 3.
Here we go. Count 1, guilty. Count 2, guilty. Count 3, guilty. Count 4, guilty.
So for context, there is another content creator named Piper Raquel. She makes content within the same vein as the rest of the creators, but there's one minor issue. She's 17. And for some unknown reason, it was already weird enough with the house immediately being normalized within a week of its conception and it going from everyone just not liking the idea of women labeling themselves bops and having a house dedicated to them being bops. But as soon as it was normalized, people just started making wish lists of who they also want to get in this house. And Piper Raquel is one of them. And again, the minor issue is that she is the minor at issue. And for some reason, people obsess over who could be in the house like it's a Smash Bros guest character. And they're so self-aware of people wanting Piper Raquel, the 17-year-old, in this house full of grown OnlyFans content creators. They acknowledge it by making this skit. It's kind of gaslighty too, because it's like, what's wrong with inviting a 17-year-old over to this house full of sex workers, dude? If that's illegal, lock me up and throw away the key. We used to throw hammers at people. I wonder if that's true. Was there ever a point in time where people just, oh, we actually did used to throw hammers, not at people, but it's a thing. It's called a hammer throw. The thing at the Olympics. Okay. Well, I was right. And you should go to jail and they should lock you up and throw away the key. But hey, I'm just a content creator. What should I know? Piper Raquel herself responded to the video saying that she'd bail him out anyway. So I guess Bop House 1, Josh House 0. But if we go by Smash Bros logic, her acknowledging the video in her own house instead of at the Bop House would make her an assist trophy, thus making her Bop House's Genos. You guys are never gonna see her. It's not happening. One of my main issues with content groups like this is that it's pretty damning to promote yourself on a platform for children, but to also crown your group with a name that undermines you as well. Like, I get the strategy, it works, but you gotta do it on an even playing field at least. That's why you only have a quarter of the followers that you do on Instagram. Then there's also the guy side, where for some reason, these men just
hate women.
I'm not even talking about men my age, I'm talking about these teenage boys. Nobody on the internet is teaching these young men how to properly critique these overly salacious women that are on the internet. So when they see something like the Bop House, for instance, they never think about the actual problems that something like the Bop House brings. This is very disingenuous to women, or there are adults promoting their OnlyFans on a kid's platform. It's always, what's the best way I can call this woman a whore? Women in sex work still get mistreated to this day, from now all the way back to its conception, from front to back receiving mean comments from every corner of the internet, while Johnny Sins gets to have a sex career and stream Fortnite. For some reason, guys just don't know how to critique women without calling them a whore. It's the equivalent of parents always blaming your phone for everything. Excuse me, I was having some issues getting the anatomy right on this drawing. Do you think you can give me any tips of any kind, or?
Seems like you've had plenty enough tips in your time.
Excuse me?
That's the problem with you bops. I can't stand you.
Why can't you whores be classy like Marilyn Monroe? One more thing. I wondered why that Camila girl looked so familiar. Isn't that the girl that used her little brother to promote her OnlyFans?
How does it feel to have a sister that has an OF? My friends always ask me if it's pink, but
Bro, these TikToks are foul. The brother is like, hey sis, my friends are saying that you have a pink puh. What? I don't know what that is. Could you tell me what that is? And then Camila's like, oh my goodness, what? They're telling you that I have a pink Pagani? My car?
it's the car. It's your car. The car's pink. It's my f***ing car.
And he's like, no, they're showing me pictures of your hoodie. I'm 14. I don't
want to see your hoodie.
These are sick. And I should have known something was wrong when I saw Jack Doherty in the same video as them guys. And they're over there talking about the color of their favorite cars, but he's sitting there by himself because he crashed it. If we could tear into Dan Schneider and just completely rip him a new one over the things that he did to those kids over at Nickelodeon, we should be able to do the same thing to creators. This is the same way we should be treating these influencers, okay? That's just child endangerment. Okay, back to the video. It's nice to see that this house has learned from the mistakes of the Hype House and actually remembered to buy furniture for the rest of this lease. Now they won't be embarrassed when the MTV camera crew gets here. What's going on, MTV? Welcome to the Josh house. That's Josh, and that's Josh. This is the gaming room. Nice, right? You know, Josh actually used to be a part of a group called FaZe Clan. That's why the place is so nice. So right here is the kitchen. We like to keep it nice and clean. Joshua does not play about his kitchen utensils, okay? He sliced my arm open with a cheese grater once. And this is the laundry room. We do have a washer and dryer. We like to put our clothes in there, keep them nice and clean. This is a content house, okay? Keep everything. We have furniture. And this is our bathroom. This is also completely normal as well. Toilet, sink, bathroom, everything works fine. And this is our garden. Pretty nice, right?
Yeah, but it smells like poop.
Oh man, that's not our fault. The neighbors next door, they like to shit outside. It's pretty gross.
Why?
Because we stole their washer and dryer. Big W's for MTV. Thanks for checking out the Josh crib. And we'll be seeing you guys later. Let's watch another one.
Okay, guys, I don't know if you have seen it, but the Bruz House is currently trying to pass us in followers, and we cannot let that happen. Okay? Us girls better stick together forever and get the Bop House booming.
So if you're employed, you're probably wondering,
what the hell is she talking about?
The Bruz House is a parody of the Bop House, but they're boys. So it has to be better, right?
Wrong!
They are probably the most obnoxious kids I have ever seen on the internet. I'm not gonna be too hard on them. They are just teenagers. There's nothing much that I can say that will change anything that they're doing because they're making way more money than me, so. But I will say this one thing. I watched the little last stream thing they did before TikTok got banned, where they were hanging out with the Bop House. And it just lets me know that they don't have the social skills to be live, so I'm glad they stick with videos. And then the other thing I wanna just put out there is that there are some things that as adults I just don't want to see. And there was a part in the stream where she put bags over the boys' heads and was trying to twerk on them or whatever. It's very intimate, and teenagers are gonna do it. Teenagers are gonna do, but I don't want to see. And you can tell how awkward they are when during the stream where they're hanging out with Sophie Rain, Vex Bolts does something that he think is funny, but Sophie Rain obviously isn't amused by it. So then the rest of the guys are like, oh, you're in trouble. You disrespected the Bob. Oh.
This is their house, and I'm just living in it.
Oh, bro, that was full of water.
Actually crashed
Wait,
out.
we're actually just wait, bro. You gotta clean that.
Where's security?
Dude, Sophie's about to crash out, dude.
Why did you do that? Did you think that was funny?
You're disrespecting her house. This is the Bop House.
We used to throw hammers at
They could have came to the.
All right, enough of me being old. Not even old, okay? I'm just 24. Back to the point, the only member I know from the Bruz house is Vex Bolts. And reason being is because the internet failed to leave him in 2024. That was one of the most unsuccessful hater things I've ever seen. I thought we were all actually hating. You guys weren't serious at all. I blocked him. But the TLDR of the beef as a whole is just boys versus girls in the big 2025. Console wars again, Android versus Apple all over again, blue versus pink. Guys, what are you doing? Don't follow the Bob Squad. They have cooties. Follow the boys instead.
Okay, so every single person watching this video, follow us. If you're not following us, you're weird. Like, you're not with the program. Anyway, the Bruz House, you better keep making videos about us because that's the only way you're gonna get views. Weirdos. Brain rot motherfuckers. Anyways, love you guys. Follow.
She's rooting pretty hard for someone who's about to get kicked out of the Bop House. Oh, you don't know? Yeah, Camila got kicked out of the Bop House not too long ago. And there's TikToks about this event everywhere. She's talking about it. Sophie Rain is talking about it. The other white girls are talking about it. Well, actually, all the white girls are talking about it. But I found a video called The Truth About Leaving the Bop House. So let's go ahead and watch that and figure out what's going on.
And if you wonder if I hate you, fuck you.
Wow.
So informative.
That told me everything I needed to know about the situation. There's nothing more informative than being uninformative. Imagine if Batman had a YouTube video titled The Truth About Batman and it was in the same format as this video.
And if you wonder if I hate you, fuck you.
From all the information that I've gathered on the internet, I've just come to the conclusion that they just don't fuck with her no more. The Bop House unfollowed her on Instagram and Bop's your uncle. So it's time to do some research. So Camila got into a turf war with an enemy gang called the Blonde House. Specifically the gang leader Lexi Ray and her boyfriend Reese. And it's because Camila said some pretty damning things about her boyfriend Reese. And it insinuates that he might be abusive towards women. And those are pretty serious allegations to just throw on anybody. So what did they do? They sued her. And then she makes a whole video on it explaining why for some reason she's not allowed to show up in any Bop House videos even though they just sued her. And then Lexi makes a response talking about the real truth, the real facts, and telling people to pick a side. Not her side, but pick a side. And dude, can I be honest? None of these houses are going to get a show. We're only 1 month in, and they're already swinging lawsuits at each other. And why does Camila have 2 lawsuits?
2 lawsuits in 2 months is fucking insane.
Is it for letting Piper Raquel into the house? Did she actually get sued for that? Did somebody take legal action? But fear not. Because as of today, making this video, Camila has made another video saying that she will be back to making TikToks within the next month.
Guys, first of all, hello. I miss you guys so much. I miss, clock and tea. But I am still part of the Bop House. I just, for legal reasons, cannot post with them right now, and I can't be with the girls right now. But just know that I am working with a really good set of lawyers and fighting you-know-who against everything. Beginning of next month, I will be back. And just wait for me. I promise I will be right back to telling y'all the truth and clocking the tea. So I love you guys so much, and stay tuned because we do not care.
So to all of you that unfollow because Camila isn't in the Bop House anymore, she's gonna need those follows back. They're gonna need your help defeating the Blonde House once and for all. Let me spit game for a second. To any girls that are watching this video, I believe that they're doing this house thing all wrong. Okay, the Blonde House kind of got the whole Barbie thing going on, and since they're doing that, I need a group of diverse women to get together and make the Bratz House. And then a group of Latvian women get together and make the Monster House. And then a group of 2 white women and 1 black woman get together and make the pussy house. I mean, the cat house. You get what I'm saying. And then you all battle it out to the death, and last house standing wins. But first, you all collectively get together and just destroy the bruz house because they're just ruining the whole gimmick. I still don't have a name for you guys, so just imagine that I do. You guys can let me know what you think about the Bop House down below, and I'll see ya.
If you wonder if I hate you, fuck you.